Blinding room.
I've been a failure, I've been a success. I'm like a diamond, I shine under pressure. But life's been trying me, I learned all my lessons. I realize I gotta deal with my blessings. I'm working hard every day to be a better man. Practice makes me that I'm already
Alright, hey, ready, let's dance.
A new challenger.
And they've gone for the same character. Neither side's gonna want to lose this one.
Let us begin. Round one. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Gets a chance with that jump in. Goes for the fireball. Player one has the life lead. They've got a small life lead, but it's not over. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Takes a trip. It's not over. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Neither fighter is willing to back down from this exchange. All right, what's coming up next? Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. And the throw ends the round. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round two. Fight.
Are we going to see some fireworks here? The jump-in is being... This is gonna be bad news. Oh, will this early super art shape the course of the round? Connects with medium kick. Grabs him, takes advantage of the hesitation, and gets some good damage in return. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Uses the impact to shave off some of their drive gauge. Experiencing burnout. Player 1 goes for the Shin Hashogeki. Uses the gauge for a super art. Player 2 will get them with a stopping box. A real burnout activates. KO. Player 1 is the last fighter standing.
Fighting ground. Online, great match. Best practice. Training. Training room. Y'all try to play the sidelines. Gotta make my own highlights. It's time to heat up for the fight of my life. Show 'em what I got, cause you know that it's my time. Brought till I fall, boy. Give it my all, boy. Got me feeling like I can fight them all, boy. The time has come, the bell is rung. No weekends here, you know that I'm a star, boy. Give it my blood, sweat, and tears. I've been struggling for years. I'm saying I'm one of a kind and they ain't built them like me. Vision myself a champion, one day I might be. Proud of what I see from the man in the mid. A real freedom fighter, got a problem, what's the deal? Everybody know that I always keep it real. I fall down, I get up, I keep pushing still. They recognize I'm a champion. I did it all, even what they say can't be done. I wear my stripes proud, I raise my flag high, and I'ma stay free till the day I die. Survivalist, heroic as a tigress. Earn my stripes cause you know I'm do or die with this. Journey started young, super hard-headed. Call me crazy, but you was not my psychiatrist. Been through a lifetime of strife and struggling. Be the best, that's my covenant. And I can live forever, that's my legacy.
Let's dance.
I'm ready.
Here comes a new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A-game to the table. All right, first round. What's going to happen? Gets the cross-up. Opts for the throw. Steps in for the throw. Both fighters have plenty of health. Where's this match going to go? How are they going to do damage? What's the play here? Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? What's the play here? The Fuha stalk to the brim. Look for them to turn up the heat now. Tries to bait him with the projectile. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. Both players have near empty super art gauges. Whoever can build theirs up first may have a big advantage here. Gaining the meter would open up the opportunity to deal huge damage, but that's easier said than done. Takes him all the way to the corner with that. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Decides to spend the meter to open up some more chances. Player 1 is gonna have to wait for that. Sneaks in the throw. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Goes for the jump in to start the round. Absorbs the attack and fires back. And a super activation. Looking to score some juicy damage. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Can they keep on him? The fighters return to the middle of the stage. Does a good job escaping the corner. Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Saihasho to start something. Uses the fireball to try and get a reaction. Watching each other carefully. Who will make the first move? So, what's next? Knocks him out of the air. Drops him hard. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Springs forward with a drive rush. Excellent block. Hits him with a stop and block. There's a burnout. A real test of nerves here. What's this Shinkuhado gonna do? What were they thinking? Pumps the brakes on the impact. A trade. Now what? Impact squash. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Player 1 can't use the drive. Impact doesn't work. Denies the jump in attempt. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this one. Gotta do better than that. Clean parry. Hits him with a stop and block. Shinku Hadouken. Super. Oh, must have saw something we didn't. Okay, here we go. Ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? Tap him on the toe. Hits back with the drive impact on the recovery. This punish counter presents a huge chance. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Anti-air in the clutch. Parry the fireball. Close range projectile. Who will set the bait at this range? Wall flat into the guard frame. Player 1 is in burnout state. A very precarious impact squashed. Both fighters are down to half life. Lays down a Saihasho. Good parry. Here comes. Oh my God! They just choked it up. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Keeps him out. What a clutch low heavy. Wall flat. It's flatline day. Player 1 comes out on top of that fierce battle. Talk about a show. That match had it all. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Throws a fireball. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump. The fighters are at a standstill. What's going on through their heads? The fighters take a step back to reassess. Time for a new game plan. There's a punish counter. This can lead to something very big if they can capitalize. That's how you capitalize on an opponent's mistake. Get the punish counter by waiting for the opponent to whiff an attack and then strike without hesitation. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Grabs them. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Can they turn this gauge advantage into something? Whiffs the throw. Great work finding the opening. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Does a good job of pushing back. Taking stock. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Fireball into the corner. They're trying to force the opponent into making a mistake. They don't. Oh! Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Wraps it up with a decisive combo. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Big gap between the two fighters, so they throw out a fireball. Parries the projectile. Saw the projectile easily. They'll want to be careful of positioning here while on the lookout for more projectiles. They decide to hang back and rethink their game plan. A good chance here to recover the drive gauge or figure out the next step. They gotta make sure not to splurge with that drive gauge and leave themselves vulnerable. It'll be interesting to see how both players utilize their drive gauge to dictate the terms of the match. Players, ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? This is gonna be bad news. It's back with the drive impact on the recovery. This punish counter presents a huge chance. The drive impact is denied. Uses the impact to shave off some of their drive gauge. Oh, what's this? There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Uses the gauge for a super art. Closing it out with a super art finish. Nice and clean.
That felt good, didn't it?
Taking no prisoners. Well, listen, when you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win.
Versus special match. Online arcade. Specials online. Arcade. Practice versus. Street Fighter 6. Rack arcade, rack training. Training room.
Y'all tired of playing the sidelines. Gotta make my own highlights. It's time to heat up for the fight of my life. Show 'em what I got, cause you know that it's my time. Brought till I fall, boy. Give it my all, boy.
Sure thing.
Feeling like
All
it's
right,
the bottom
I'm ready.
all, boy.
comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
Let us begin. Round one. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Shoots off a projectile from downtown to check their approach.
Pay attention!
Trying to control their opponent here from a distance. Deal some damage with that quick combo. Player 2 with the life lead. They've got a small life lead, but it's not over. Neither fighter can force the other to give up even an inch. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Knockdown. Projectile to try and change the situation. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Nails the anti-air.
My turn!
Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Caught their eye on the KO. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? That drive impact is blocked. Checks him with the projectile. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Goes for the Shin Hashogen. Player 1 has the life lead. Can they use it? There's still a lot of fighting to be had. It's anyone's match. They can't squander this punish counter chance. Knockdown and they exchange blows. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Looking to impress with this super. Dealing a nice oh my god, they just choked it up! Zones with the fireball.
Not good enough.
Pumps the brakes on the impact. Player 1 can't use what a finish! This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do. This can lead to some big damage. Player 1 out those close scuffles, and now they gotta have a plan for the next round. Connects with the throw. Player 1 has the spin whiffs. They're wide open. Handle with care. You can't drop drive impacts. Player 2 is on the brink of disaster. What are they gonna do? Checking with the fireball. How will they react? Solid anti-air. Anti-air in the clutch. Ooh, what a smart throw. They push their way out of the corner. Meets them air to air. But tries to act quickly, but whiffs the attack. Ooh, are they swinging at? Is it over? Will they survive? It's over!
How'd I lose?
Player 1 was definitely sweaty during that well-earned win.
Round one.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that rundown. Whips with that huge attack. Oh, hits him with a stopping block. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Both fighters will want to make something happen while avoiding burnout state. All right. The fighters are at a standstill. What's going on through their heads? The fighters take a step back to reassess. Time for a new game plan. No good up high. Knockdown. Blocks the jump in. It's not over. Brings out the super art. How is this gonna work out for them? Uses the fireball to try and establish their pace. Reacts to the throw. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. All right, what's coming up next? Player 2 chases them down. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Takes a trip. Jinrai kick for a mix-up. The jump-in is denied. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Experiencing burnout. Player 2 heats it up with a KO. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. That drive impact doesn't get through.
Not good enough.
Player 1 will look, they were right to be on guard there. Player 2 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Drive gauge gap here. Drive gauge is almost empty. They gotta be careful. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Time to reassess the situation? Out of range. Relatively safe. Doing some quick planning? Jumps up? Smart play with the throw. Takes advantage of the hesitation and gets some good damage in return. Goes with the safe stuff with that target comp. Going in, the overhead cannot! Their drive gauges are looking bare. A quick breather. Gotta do better than that. That's a big gap. Crowns them from above. Okay, nobody... Oh, critical art now? This is gonna kill. No doubt about it.
Sit down and shut up!
Closes it out. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Who's going to steal this win? Barely blocks the jump in. Jump hits him with a stop and bop. We're just getting started here. Who will take control? Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fire. Drops him hard. Player 1 has the super gauge advantage. Oh, what's this? Oh, the drive impact hits your punish. Do it to them! Show the people what they came to see, you!
What's wrong? Get up!
And it is on! Dangerous range here. Tries to act quickly, but whiffs the attack. They're hurt. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. D, not just what they were after. Player 1 is a force to be reckoned with.
Fighter 6. Comes a new challenger.
And they've gone for the same character. Neither side's gonna want to lose this one.
Let us begin. Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Checking their opponent. Blocks the jump in. We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? What are these fighters thinking now? Both sides looking for an opening. Goes for the fireball. Neither fighter can force the other to give up even an inch. Player one will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Who's it gonna be? Do they build meter or just go all in on each other? What are they thinking here? On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Next up, player one with the life lead. Can they exploit this advantage? Player one is just about out of drive after that. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Player two chases them down. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of range. Both players with no drive in the tank. Holds out with the block. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Timely side switch there, which will let them go on the attack. Jump! So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Did well to get the buff in there. They gotta keep their cool here. There's a wall splat. They can't do anything now. Player one has depleted their... Gets the counter hit for the win. They're so good at whiff punishing. Player one with a big first round pickup. Can they close it out? Checking their reactions with a fireball? Who's going to start things off? Projectile to try and change the situation. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game shooters. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Will that super be the turning point? Time to reassess the situation? A good chance here to recover the drive gauge or figure out the next step. Jumps? Were they baiting them into that? That's how you force your opponent to do what you want so you can get a punish. The super doesn't hit. Ooh, they're gonna feel that. Here we go. Player one will look to apply pressure here. Breaks the block with an experiencing burnout. Ah, genius read with that throw escape. Jumps in. Oh, the throw connects. The drive impact doesn't KO. Player one survived that tense mirror match. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? The jump-in is denied. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move or you're going to eat tons of damage. All right, player two is just about out of drive after that. Blocks the jump in. Player two is using their drive liberally. Knockdown. Both players have near empty super art gauges. Whoever can build theirs up first may have a big advantage opt for the super art. Player two in that dangerous burnout state. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? Player two doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Punish counter. This could lead to something big. Takes a trip. Shoots off a fireball up close. Grabs him. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Oh, easy tag. Player one is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. Can they stick up tap to close it? Player two on the boards first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Did well to get the buff in there. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player two did a great job of reading their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep the momentum? Smart play with the throw. That throw will do some good damage. Grabs and throws him away. Risky up-close scrap still going. Player two will need to brush that off and keep going. Digs in deep to get that drive in. Player three to Hadouken. Knockdown and player two drops him to half, closing the gap. Experiencing burnout. What's this Shinju Hado gonna do? Oh, here we go. A lot of pressure building up here. Closes it out. Player two survived that tense mirror match.
Comes a new challenger.
We are about to see a mirror match go down, where they can match each other move for move. This is the hardest kind of match. Who will come out on top? Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Tries to get a breather with a projectile. The throw is escaped. These two fighters are perfectly synced. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. All right. Blocks the jump in. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. stands firm and blocks the drive impact. Drive impact is blocked, but takes a bite out of the drive gauge to apply some pressure. The fighters are at a standstill. What's going on through their heads? The fighters take a step back to reassess. Time for a new game plan. Burns the drive gauge. Oh, easy tech. That tech's what you get when both sides go in on the throw. Adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strat. Takes a trip. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Player 1 can't afford to get hit again, but still have a... Yo, put that away! Alright, what's coming up next? Player 2 can't use any more drive without... Burnout activates! What's the next move? Player 2 needs to hold out until their drive gauge becomes... Shinku Hadouken in there! Player 2 with a good start to the fight, but can they keep it up?
Round 2. Fight.
Attempts to break the stalemate with the fireball. Decides to buff up while they can. Jumps. Smart play with the throw. Player 1 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Burnout activates. The path to a win looks very tough here, and I don't know if they can hold out. What'll happen here? Fights out of the corner, backs him in there! Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this round. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Anti-air drops him. Meets them air to air! Good judgment there. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Taking chunks out of it, tries to act quickly, but with the attack. Player, oh my god, they just choked it up. Player 2, how did they read that throw? Oh, the back and forth reads are unreal. Impact, squash, anti-air in the clutch. Ooh, does them dirty. Player 1, the low kick hits. Wow, reads the counterattack. Oh, here we connects with the throw. Player 1 is in burnout state, a very precarious below. What a statement with that knockdown. Here comes the victim. Noticeable life lead is a comeback. Oh, yo, raw super hit. The super blocked. Player 1, how did they read that throw? Who will set the bait at this range? Full drive on deck. Grabs them. Both sides getting ready. Player 1, they didn't test the throw? Player 2 has gotta be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage.
Comes a new challenger.
We are about to see a mirror match go down, where they can match each other move for move. This is the hardest kind of match. Who will come out on top? Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Starts with a jump in. Those aren't working here. These two fighters are perfectly synced. We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. All right, player 1 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Difficult situation for a throw. What are they thinking here? Okay, both fighters have taken a long step back. They're both looking to reassess the fight. Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. Oh, brushes off the throw. Both players have near empty super art gauges. Whoever can build theirs up first may have a big advantage here. Both players with no drive in the tank. Frozen. What's next? Life lead is opening up, but that can still be overcome with smart drive use. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Oh, easy tech. The grab down to the wire. Ends the round with a punish counter. Living in the opponent's head rent-free right now. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Drive boosted Hadouken. Bumps up. Brushes off the impact. Going on the offensive? Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Still slugging it out at this range. Jumps in. Throw escape. Oh, the back and forth reads are unreal. The throw is tech. Overdrive Hadouken. Gets them with the anti-air. They just said, get that jump in out of here. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side throw. Hit them with a stop and bop. What'll happen here? Super clutch corners. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Excellent block. The throw finds the target. Player 2 can't afford this. Yo, critical art now? Throws them. How long can this offensive assault continue? Breaks through with the throw. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. A jump in? Super clutch corner uses their drive gauge. Oh, snipe! Crowns them from above. They dropped that off. Player 2 has the super gauge advantage. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Throws them. Oh, here we go. Taking chunks out of each other here. Forward throw. Laying the pressure on things. Nothing stops this train. Shin Shogeki. This could be make or break. Shin Shogeki to push forward? Oh, come on, kid. Why would you use the super? Player 2 can't let this simmer. They are done. Player 2 survived that tense mirror match.
currently have a player on a winning streak.
Comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Let us begin. Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Checking their opponent. That was a solid anti-air. The impact gets blocked. Blocks the impact, but they're still pushed back. Stands firm and blocks the drive impact. What's the play here? Big, low, reaching heavy. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. How much damage can they deal before it heats it up with a combo into super? Player 1 must be feeling good after that super, but they gotta keep on the gas. The jump in is denied. Misses the drive impact. Can't tech the throw. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Player 1 didn't manage their drive properly through that round. Meter management is absolutely vital, and they need to manage it properly for this coming round. Experiencing burnout. Player 1 has the life lead. Can they use it? There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Player 2 will have to deal with it. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. A quick breather. Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. So, what's next? Jumps? Genius read. Manages to block the jump-in attack. Big throws. Knockdown and pries him open with a Shoryuken. Hits the drive. Smart use of the invincibility on the overdrive tensho. Gotta do better than that. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Anti-air in the clutch. So how did they read that throw? It turns out. A jump-in? What now? Any mistake here is gonna be fatal. What's it gonna be? Solid anti-air. Will anticipated that throw. They don't have any leeway to make a mistake. Someone baits out the low kick. Perfect. Hit them with a quick low kick. Player 2 faced the giant and walks away unscathed. What a win!
comes a new challenger.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Let us begin. Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Blocks the jump in.
My turn!
Utilizes an overdrive art there to tack on just a little more damage. Was that a good decision? Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? The drive impact nets them a sweet punishment. That's how you capitalize on an opponent's mistake. Get the punish counter by waiting for the opponent to whip an attack and then strike without hesitation. Player one with the life lead. Can they exploit this advantage? Deftly shuts out the jump. Goes for the fireball. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. Blocks the jump in. Oh! We're at the halfway point of the round, and both fighters should be well past the warm-up phase. How will both competitors use this remaining time? Into the latter half of the round. All right, what's coming up next? What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Can't tech the throw? Takes a trip. Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. Charges forward. The jump-in is denied. Blocks it. Good job blocking the jump-in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Throws them to negate the block. Who will capitalize? They were not cleared for takeoff. Player two takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Goes for the jump-in to start. This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Jumps up, brushes that off and keeps going. So they break forward, surprising uppercut. That drive impact is blocked. You can block impacts, but you're gonna lose some drive gauge when you do. Lots of life to play with, and full SA meters. What will they do? Meter management is going to be a huge factor. They may be planning to spend their drive gauge here. Both fighters will have to decide whether they want to go with an all-out offense powered by their drive or play it safe and conservative. Player two needs to use the threat of the corner here. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. The life remaining tells us we're halfway through this match. Throws them forward and maintains the corner game. Player two holding on to that corner advantage. You've got to be my drive rush to keep it going. Knockdown and the low kick hits. Medium kick.